Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and I'm looking at Diablo on the PlayStation 1 today, and because it is episode 666, and I thought, well, what better way of dealing with such a number than to go and open the gates of hell? Well, yes. So here we are. And I'm going to be playing as a barbarian today, or warrior, as you like. Now, as you probably know, the Diablo franchise has spread all the way up to Diablo 4. But Diablo was the only one that actually managed to go to the PlayStation. Diablo 2 was PC onwards. And yeah, they didn't. The sequels didn't make it to console, except for Diablo 3. That comes to PlayStation 3 and 4. I don't have a spell ready. And Diablo 4 now on next-gen consoles. So, but this is where it all began. This is the original evil Diablo, which I've never played. So this is a first for me, and I know I can hear your shocked gasps from here, but I just wanted to see what it was all about. And we've covered Beast games already, and I didn't think that it was too much. It was an easy cop-out to do Shadow of the Beast on a different console, so I thought we'd try something a bit different, and we'd go with Diablo. And so far, I like this, because it's all voice-acted, which is great, and yes, it reminds me a little bit of Legacy of Kain, the first one, and maybe that was part of the inspiration for this, or vice versa. I'm not sure which came first, actually, Diablo or Legacy of Kain. But either way, I like this sort of game anyway.
Good luck.
So those of you not familiar with Diablo games, basically the idea is that you go into dungeons and you slaughter evil creatures and get gear, upgrade your gear, and gain levels, etc, etc. Now, I think this is slightly along the same lines as that, but I think it's I don't think it's an easy game, just so you know. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this, and I'm not sure that 15 minutes is going to do this game any justice, but you know what, maybe I'll do another playthrough later date, or a live or something like that. Let me know what you think. Hope you're enjoying the game intros feature, by the way. This game's intro will also be featured on the channel in the coming days, because, well, we've got it. So there you go. But I like this so far. It's, adds to the story, adds to the atmosphere. Having it voice acted is really nice. I kind of like that. Anyway, we'll go for an explore in a minute and see what we can see graphically. I kind of want to see it graphics. There we go. So it's quite nice, actually. Yeah, so the environment's quite nice. You've got quite nice little animations there. You've got your sword and your shield. I don't think you can use them outside. I think you can only use them once you're inside a dungeon, because I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. So we'll find a dungeon to do, and we'll get stuck in, and you guys can see what the combat's like and all that kind of malarkey as well. So it is, you just wander about and investigate. I like the aesthetics of the game. There's some cows here which moo at you. Excellent. We like the fact that the cows know that they're cows, and they're going to tell you by mooing at you. But yes, I like these kind of adventure games where you get, when you go, oh, that was nice. Sorry. I just noticed that if you go close to water, you get a reflection. It's the little things, isn't it?
I sense a soul.
So you can talk to all these characters, which is quite cool.
To a man who only knows iron, there is no greater magic than steel. The blacksmith Griswold is more of a sorcerer than he knows.
Yes, it's more like Deckard Cain. Anyway, but yeah, this is Adrian the Sorcerer. I think she appears in Diablo 3, I believe, which is quite cool. So there's lots of little throwbacks in the later Diablo games to the original. There we are. There's that reflection I was talking about. Really nicely done, that is. That's an unnecessary thing, but it's a welcome addition. I like that. So there you go. Lots of wandering about to do. Need to find the church, and then we can go and explore the dungeon and get some combat done and all that jazz and malarkey. So while we're doing that, let's check out the sound. Well, you've got this really nice CD soundtrack going on as you play, which is great. One thing I loved about the PlayStation games, and Saturn for that matter, is the fact that they did have CD tracks as music, which is really nice. You get the top quality, and that was always a bonus, so that's really nice. I can't really comment on anything else yet because, well, we haven't done anything yet. Obviously, it's all voice acted, which is nice, so that's a bit of a bonus as well. So let's go and find the church, and we'll find out what we've got to do when we get there, I suppose. But it's very pretty so far, you know, in a sort of a dank, demon-ruled world kind of way. It's quite nice. No bad guys on the outside, though. Here's the church. So let's go and see if we can find the entrance and go in and slay some monsters. Oh, there's a dude out here. Wounded townsman.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead.
Oh god, the Butcher. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with Diablo 4, you'll know the Butcher is a bit of a formidable, unstoppable, almost unstoppable demon. He was a bit of a pansy in Diablo 3, though. Quite easy to defeat in Diablo 3, actually. But he was huge. So they've kind of, in Diablo 4, they brought him back to this level. I think he's a bit of a nasty bastard in this as well. And in Diablo 2, I believe. Those of you who've played Diablo and Diablo 2, feel free to comment in the comments. Oh, here we go, combat. Fairly simple. Controls, nice and simple again. You can use your D-pad or you can use your analog stick to move around. And then it's, you've got X, which is attack. Square, which picks stuff up. You've got a map, you've got potion, you can take your potions, and what else can we do? We can go into our menu screen, we can go to our inventory screen, all that kind of stuff, which we'll hopefully get to do shortly. So here we go. Now, the only thing about this is the collision's a bit odd. I don't know whether sometimes it's not clear if you're actually hitting your enemies or not, but I really like this. I could actually see why people would want to sit down and play this game for a few hours. It's very cool. So you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, you've got these sort of two pillars of colour. You've got red and blue. Now, red is your health, and blue, I believe, is like your mana or energy level, if you like. Then you've got your shortcuts on the bottom there. We've got some potions to have. If we run out of health, we can top up those by hitting the L1 button, which is nicely situated. So everything's at your fingertips with this game, which is nice. Sometimes the little demon dudes are quite hard to see, but you know, it's all right. That's all right. But the combat's fairly simple, very straightforward. It seems to auto-focus, so you don't really need to worry too much about focusing and then attacking. It'll auto-focus on your nearest enemy, I think. Now, Square picks up anything that you've dropped, like these guys are dropping gold. The skeletons and mummies and whatever you've got in here, they'll all drop bits and pieces. Sometimes you'll be lucky and get a piece of gear. If you get something that needs to be identified, you can equip it, but then you'll need to head off to town and get it identified to unlock its magical properties. Something they did away with in Diablo 3. Sort of. So in Diablo 3 you had to identify stuff, but you could do it yourself. You didn't need to go to anybody to get it done. You could just right click it and it would tell you what it was. So but going back to this, it was full out adventure game and good fun by all accounts. But yeah, let's crack on and see if we can delve a bit deeper into this dungeon. But I like it so far. It's got that real adventure quality to it, and I really quite like it. So I think if you've not played Diablo before, and this would be your first foray into the series, then I would suggest you pick it up and give it a go. And if you've played Diablo 3 but not the others, like myself, then it's probably a good start as well. Go back to where it all began. I'd say playability is amazingly playable. I think it's one of those games that's got a long life to it, and I think you'll enjoy it. And if dungeon crawling is your game, then this is the game for you. And replay value, well, yeah, apparently it's quite difficult. So if it's got replay value, then it's going to be you'll just want to come back and there you go. There's a chest. Chests and stuff are quite frequent in these dungeons. Yeah, you want to come back and try and complete it, because that's why we get games, isn't it? And we want to try and finish them. Age rating, well, this one I would say probably, guys, is going to be a 12 at least, because it's quite tricky, and I'm not sure about the blood and gore factor in the game at this point. It doesn't seem to be amazingly bad, but you know, demons and all that kind of jazz, it's not really child friendly. But that's completely up to you and your parenting skills. So I take no I'm not going to take any responsibility for that. That's completely up to you. But just be aware that, you know, it's got dark hints of hell, Satanism, all that kind of stuff. So just be a bit careful with that. But other than that, it's a great game, and I would recommend it to the masses, especially if you are a Diablo fan. You can pick this up on PC as well. I believe they've done a. You can pick this up on the Battle.net store. They've just done Diablo 2 Remastered as well, which is a complete remaster of the second game. So if you've not played that one yet, go and grab that. I think I grabbed it when it was about a tenner or something when it was in a sale. So just keep an eye out for those. Loading times aren't actually too bad. You'll see that now because we're going into the next part of the dungeon, and you can see here that it's not very fast. It's not very fast. It's not very slow. So there's not much breaking of the continuity of the flow. So there you go. But that's about it from me today. I'm sorry about the length between reviews. Things are still a bit up and down with everything, but I'm doing my best to get back into the saddle and ride that goddamn horse into the retro land and bring you guys some content. Well, I hope you've enjoyed Diablo. This is PlayStation. I've been Rich. This has been the Games Arcade, and yeah, this has been Diablo. And guys, I will catch you again very soon with something new for you to check out. And until then, my friends, you keep it retro. And as always, it's bye for now. Ta-da!
I don't have a spell ready. I don't have a spell ready.